what's up? I am Jordan Gerard Coupe. You are watching Sporty Jordy, and today is one very special episode because I am breaking out my brand new mic for the very first time on this channel. So the quality of Sporty Jordy is just enhancing week after week. It's honestly so perfect. I don't even deserve it, but I'm very, very grateful for it. And now I know this news about my mic is just so exciting. However, there is much more important matters to discuss today. And if you guys haven't already, make sure to go check it out. I also co-host a podcast called Onside Chicks. We stream live every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on YouTube and Twitch. I will put a link to our channel in my description. But last week on our show, we were kind of sitting there and we were scrambling for show ideas and topics. And we had no idea what we were going to talk about because things were so slow. And we were kind of panicking for a hot sec. And we ended up doing a full inside look on the 49ers minicamp. So it ended up being a really good episode. But at the end of it, we sat there and we were just begging for news. We were like, we need some drama. We need some tea. We needed something exciting just to come in and get us through until training camp, because let's face it, we still have a decent amount of time before we get there. And it's almost as if the football gods kind of were looking down on us and they just said, you know what, ladies, you guys sit back. We got this. Just trust us, okay? Because now this week we have all of this news about Julio Jones. Just a few weeks back, I sat here and I was like, yeah, Julio Jones's contract puts the Atlanta Falcons, quote unquote, in cap space hell. However, I was also very confident that the chances of him actually leaving Atlanta were very, very slim, like basically slim to none. And now we all know that this is just so wrong. Via a very telling phone call with Shannon Sharpe on The Undisputed, Julio himself said that he is out of Atlanta. And he also added in that he would not go to the Cowboys, which just made my heart flutter. It's little moments like that that make me sit back and go, maybe life isn't always so tough. Now, this in and of itself is just very big news, but let's kind of take a step back to start this off and take a look at the call itself. Now, let me make it very clear. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think we all enjoyed it because we are so used to seeing everyone be so professional and sugarcoating everything regarding these conversations. And now we just got to see a very candid inside look at what Julio himself is actually thinking. But what Shannon Sharpe did was so unprofessional. Mr. Julio Jones had absolutely no idea that he was on air, let alone on speakerphone, until the end of this conversation when all of the tea had already been spilled. Now, I know I saw people trying to make the argument, like, how do you not know that The Undisputed is on at this time when he calls? And, like, I get that, but at the same time, I don't think he expected him to full on go into speaker mode and air out his tea for everyone to hear. So this kind of puts Shannon Sharpe into some turmoil. And in doing so, it kind of drags like the literal Fox network into that turmoil as well. Now, I really don't think anything super drastic is going to happen just because of this one incident. I don't think Shannon Sharpe is going to go and lose his job. I don't think the NFL is going to go in and revoke all of their contracts with the Fox Sports Network. And if anything, if they can make it out with minimal damage, which right now it seems like they are, any exposure, even bad exposure, any exposure is good exposure. And everybody is talking about the show and everybody is talking about that phone call. So it kind of could work out for them long term as long as nothing super crazy happens. However, the Falcons are pissed, and rightfully so. They have now lost any upper hand that they had in trade conversations with their stud all-pro future Hall of Famer wide receiver, which is not a position you want to be in. You do not want to get screwed on a trade for Julio Jones. For where I think Julio is going to go and for what I think he is going to go for, I keep debating this with myself heavily, but I have worked up a couple of conclusions. We'll get there. But one, I want to make it very clear, we do not have to worry about a Julio Jones trade Memorial Day weekend. We don't have to worry about it. Out of sight, out of mind until at least June 2nd. Why June 2nd, you may be asking? Because the way his contract is worked, if Atlanta traded him before June 1st, they would take a dead cap hit of $24 million. Not something you want to do on top of already losing, as I said, your all-pro future Hall of Fame wide receiver. Now, if they wait until after June 1st, they then free up $14 million in cap space. So it's obvious. It's obvious that they are not going to be doing anything till at least June 2nd. And I know, I am fully aware that he has come out and said that he has narrowed down his teams to the Patriots or the Titans. However, I am ignoring this completely because he doesn't even have a trade clause in his contract. So it doesn't matter where he wants to go. He is going to go wherever he ends up, and he doesn't get a say in the matter. Where I think he should go, the best fit for him, obviously in Philadelphia as an Eagle. And I am kind of kidding, but I do pray for this every single day. But really think about it, he is the perfect veteran to have in our locker room while we are in the midst of this rebuild. I think we have enough to give up for him without giving up too much, and we play the Falcons in Atlanta week 1. That would be the ultimate revenge game. So, it does kind of make a lot of sense, and I think it would be super cool. I think the chances of it happening are maybe 1. We maybe have 1, realistically a 0.5. Realistically, maybe a 0.1. But if I keep talking about it, I'm going to convince myself that it's a possibility. So I do kind of have to box it up and shove it in an attic somewhere because I will get my hopes up. And then I will hurt my own feelings, which is something I tend to do very often. So instead, I'm going to use this as a perfect segue for what I think Atlanta could get for him, realistically. And what I'm about to say is not diminishing how talented he is at all. I just think we have to look at the facts on paper. And on paper, he was injured, and whatever team is going to get him, they're going to owe him immediately $23 million. That is what he is owed. So I think the best bet for him, I'm processing my own thoughts as I'm talking out loud. I think the best bet for the Falcons is to take a second rounder paired with a solid guy. And when I say a solid guy, I'm not someone good that is going to benefit the Falcons in one way or another. I think another route they could go is maybe pairing 2 really good guys and then also getting a third. I just don't think money-wise, age-wise, injury-wise, I don't think they're going to get a first for him. Now, with that being said, this also means that whatever team gets him is basically getting him for a steal, as long as they don't go crazy and give up too much for him. Because let's face it, if you can get Julio without giving up a first round, we all know he's still got it. We all know how talented he still is. Even with the age, even with the injuries, we know how fantastic of a player he is. So I don't want the Falcons to get screwed on this, but I do think whatever team gets him is going to make away like a bandit. The teams that I am about to give you is where I want him to go. This isn't where I think he is going to go. This is all personal opinions, so please don't attack me. And I'm a Philly fan. I'm a South Jersey girl. So I have to keep saying it into the universe, because maybe if I keep saying Julio to Philly, Julio to Philly, Julio as an Eagle, maybe I'll manifest it enough to the point where it actually happens. I'm insane. So this is how my brain works. And that is me rationalizing this insanely unlogical thinking. However, I would love to see Julio as an Eagle. Obviously. Do I think it's going to happen? Heck no. I think that, like I said, chances are 0.5, maybe. But I would love it. I would absolutely love it. My number 2 option for where I would love to see him, this is another biased one, in LA on the Chargers with Justin Herbert. But think about it. He would take this team to the next level. Again, do I think it's going to happen? No. Would I love to see it? More than anything. My number 3 team, this one is actually a realistic one. I would love to see him in San Francisco on the 49ers. They are in talks a lot. They definitely have some guys to give up for him. This could happen, and I think he would be like the cherry on top of that team. 4 teams that realistically have an actual chance of getting him because they keep creeping up into conversations. They need him, and they have enough to give up to get him. Number 1 is the Patriots, which seems weird to me. It feels wrong just because we're not used to Belichick spending money, and we're not used to Belichick going out and getting a stud guy like that, especially a stud receiver like Julio. However, we have seen a different side of Sir Belichick, Mr. Billy. I can't believe I just called him Mr. Billy. In this offseason, he has spent real money, like the most money ever, to reconstruct this team. They had one, it wasn't even a terrible season. It just wasn't a good season. They had one subpar, below average season, and Belichick lost his damn mind. So maybe he will make the push to go get him. I think it would be a great move for them. But now I think that would get me back to I've been so middle of the line on the Patriots after last season because I hated them because I was so used to seeing them win over and over again. I was just sick of it. You know you're that good when people hate you for being good. So now I kind of felt sorry for them. I felt sorry for Belichick after seeing Brady and Gronk go off and win a Super Bowl. So I was rooting for them as they're reconstructing and putting together this team. Now if they go and get Julio, I feel like I might get back to the point where I hate them again just because I'd be so jealous. And I think they would be really good if they got him. Not that they're not going to be really good. I think we should all be a little terrified of them. But next level. Good. So yeah, I don't really want to see that. But as an unbiased, on paper situation, Belichick should definitely make the push to get him. The Browns and the Raiders are also in these conversations as well. Now, the next legend that we must discuss, the love of my life, my favorite person ever, Aaron Rodgers. And this conversation is honestly a really tough one for me to have, and I keep kind of avoiding it. And I am going to kind of avoid it. I'm not going too in depth with it just because I think a lot of this conversation is rumors. It's a lot of speculation. But I will give you my thoughts on everything going on with him right now. We know that he is playing against Tom Brady in the Match golf event on July 6th, but do we know where he will be playing this fall? I want to say yes, but realistically, no. We have no freaking idea where he is going to be this fall. OTAs also started back up, and was he there? No, of course not. He was on vacation, just having the time of his life. Other players that were also missing were Devontae Adams, Marquez Valdez-Scantling, Alan Lazard, Devin Funchess, St. Brown. So it seems like Jordan Love was out there playing with God knows who. And do I think this is actually telling of what Aaron Rodgers is thinking? No, absolutely not. Like I previously said, this man is a master manipulator. Now, if there was a way, which given their current cap situation, I don't think there is, but if there was a way for the Packers to get Julio, I just think that would be really super cool. And it would kind of be like a gift to Rodgers. Like, sorry, we keep destroying our drafts for you, but here is one of the best receivers to ever do it. Please come back to us, and please stay, and please be happy, and please continue to be great for all of eternity. Oh, I genuinely, oh my God, I don't know. Part of me does and is starting to kind of accept that maybe I am living in this pipe dream, this fantasy land where Aaron Rodgers is just going to return to Green Bay and everything is going to be completely fine. I just can't get behind any other scenario because the man is coming off of an MVP season. I think retirement is completely out of the question. And for the first half of this season, not even the first half, for all of this regular season, he seemed like he was out there having the time of his life on the Packers. They got Adams back. I know he's pissed at how the season ended, and I know he's pissed at the draft. I've talked about it extensively, how there is a lot of valid reasons for him to be pissed. I just can't see him leaving. I can't see him playing on another team. But then there's everything pointing. Brett Favre coming out and saying that he can't see Aaron Rodgers going back. So, I really hope this is all just a scheme. And I hope he's sitting back. I hope he has no plans of leaving and he's just playing this out and sitting back and having a great time enjoying watching all the drama unfold. But I'm sticking with my gut. Aaron Rodgers will not leave Green Bay. Mr. Rodgers will be a Packer in 2021. And if he is, I will be going to Lambeau at some point this season. God forbid. I just need to see it once in my life. I need to cherish it just on the off chance that he does retire or leave in the next 2-3 years. I need to make it happen right now just to avoid any other oh my God, can you imagine if I go my entire life and I don't get to see Aaron Rodgers play in Lambeau? It's cruel. It's cruel. Please let me know in the comments what you guys are thinking regarding the entire Julio Jones situation. Where do you think he's going to end up? What do you guys think he is going to go for? And tread lightly because this is fragile for me. But let me know what you think is going to happen with Rodgers. He's going to be a Packer. He's going to be a Packer. He's going to be a Packer. Everything is going to be fine. If you guys like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you are new here, make sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my future content. We asked for drama. We literally asked for drama, and we definitely got it. Everybody enjoy your Memorial Day weekend, and I will see you back here next week. Bye.